Good morning. I'm Joey Weimer, Superintendent for Samet Corporation. We're here at the Carolina Museum of the Marine. Right here we are at the Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, which was here previously, but it is what you pass on the way to the museum that we are building. And we want to give you a walk through and see the spaces as we build them, so you can start to feel how the museum is going to look at the end of the day. This is your main entrance, the south side of the building. What's very interesting is the details of the building, right? The building isn't incredibly huge, but each detail has a meaning behind it. So as we walk into the museum, this is going to be clad with stone. There are 43 different types of stones. And here at the south side, it is rough. So it is a lot more rough than all the way smooth and finished on the north side. So this detail is set to represent a Marine cadet joining up the Marines and having his life and then his self being polished, becoming a Marine. And as you walk through this wall, continues all the way through, much like a wave, all the way through the building and out of the building. And as you exit the building, you are smooth, refined, you've become a Marine. So every detail on this project has a story or symbolic nature like that. And that's one of the unique things that we enjoy being a part of the project for that. So this is where all the patrons will come in. And as you enter in, there will be another Eagle, Globe, and Anchor. And it actually will have, it's a digital Eagle, Globe, and Anchor, and it'll actually have where the Marines are actually defending our country and where they're at around the world. So that's a pretty neat, and it's live action. But this is the Great Hall. So Great Hall, we have some clouds that hang down, but it's all the way to the deck, right? So big, huge room. Stone will go all the way around this curved wall. And then we actually have some stained glass features up on the curtain wall. So you see the frames that are going in now, the glass will go in, and then there'll be a film that's a stained glass. And that represents all the campaigns that the Marines have been a part of since World War II. Yeah, so this is a cafe in the gift shop area of the museum. Out of everywhere on this project, this is my favorite spot. So I envision in 15 years sitting, drinking a cup of coffee right here at this table. The view that we're gonna have with the eternal flame, and then the 3 trees. So we actually have 3 oaks that are from Bellewood. Bellewood is in France, and in World War I there was a battle between the Marines and the Germans. And that is, from that battle is where the Marines got the name Devil Dog. Germans said, we don't know who those guys are, but they fight like devil dogs. So that's why the Marines are called Devil Dogs. So there's been an organization that worked to get acorns from Bellewood. And they got them, and they sent them out to NC State. NC State started to grow those trees, and the Museum of the Marine Corps the Carolina Museum of the Marines got 3 trees. So those are planted right out here. So in 15 years, those are gonna be pretty significantly big, right? And sitting right here looking through all the glass is just, it's a really cool thing to envision in the future, and my favorite spot in the museum. But as we come through, we have our gang bathrooms, our large bathrooms for all the patrons. And then we start the museum. So this is the actual entrance into the museum. And you'll go in and then go around. Essentially, you're gonna go around all these classrooms. So these 2 classrooms. So these 2 classrooms here have a partition wall in the middle that can slide out. And it also has 2 glass partition walls that'll accordion and fold in and then push that way, right? So you can have one large area for any event, any ball, but then you can also have 2 separate classrooms. And that's one thing Carolina Museum of the Marine has. They have different education programs, right? They have leadership academies. They're partnering with Purdue. They have leadership courses that they run through that. So they have several different classrooms in education, which I know was a big part of Al Gray, right? General Al Gray wanted to make sure that every Marine, right, was educated and performed at their highest level, right? So that's one of the things. Having classrooms was very important. But then the museum, this is the entrance, and it goes all the way around. So this is actually the basis of the Marine Corps here at Lejeune, starting in World War II. And as we come in through the intro telling you about Lejeune and Carolina Museum Marine, then we roll into the main. This is the large gallery area. So you'll go all the way around. We have a large LVT, a landing vehicle tract. And we come through, this is the small gallery. This is a really unique feature right here. This is on this giant pull-up bar. This is all glass, and it has uniforms from World War I all the way through current uniform wear and all the gear of the current modern day Marine. So anyone who's been a Marine, if they're still around from World War II all the way to present, they can come and bring their families, right? And they can show exactly what they wore. There's actually gonna be a kit of modern day. So, you know, my 11-year-old can go and put on exactly what Marines are wearing. It's really neat and really unique. But as we walk over, we have several different floor boxes, right? And at each of these floor boxes, they're gonna honor Carolina Marine, right? Someone that's been very influential to the Marine Corps and from the Carolina Marine. So each one is very individual, right? So very individual and very local. So it honors the sacrifice of the community and all the Marines that are involved that this museum's gonna honor, right? And we'll continue around to the medium gallery. This is where the Huey helicopter is going to hang right here in this corner. So we're all excited about seeing that. It's one of my favorite, right? There'll be a kiosk right here, and you can type in Osprey or Huey or any aircraft in between that the Marines use, and it'll actually project up on this wall whatever the Museum of the Marine Corps and the exhibit designers, RAA, develop, right? But it's really neat and interactive to be able to shoot up and see that. I'm really excited to see that. Anyway, we come out of the medium gallery and we go to the outro, right? Semper Fidelis, as the Marines say, right? And so come in through the outro and being ever faithful. And all the exhibits are around that and speak to that. So then as we go out, we'll actually have a World War II Jeep, which was at groundbreaking. Right now it's at Sanders Ford, but there'll be a Jeep on the outro. And you'll walk past the warming kitchen, right? So the museum, you know, will have events, has a full warming kitchen, full kitchen ready to go. We're back in the Great Hall, and we, like we talked about at the beginning, we're a little over halfway, about 58% complete. We're looking forward to wrapping it up with the same energy and the same pace that we have right now. It's been a really good build with great trade partners. We're looking forward to the future and letting RAA, the exhibit contractor, come in and knock it out of the park, getting everything in and ready for grand opening spring of next year. So we're truly honored to be a part of the project and excited to make sure that we push it across the finish line with the same efficiency that we've gotten to this point. So thank you for coming on the tour.